A message to society. Dear society, or should I say, dear me, because I'm meant to make society, however, you have found a way to make me. You don't feel like dark skin, okay, I'll lighten it. You don't like crooked teeth, okay, I'll straighten it. You don't like tall girls, okay, I'll slouch a bit. You don't like the light I shine, okay, I'll darken it. Our life is built on constantly saying okay to what you demand from us. Saying okay to constantly compromising us, looking for certainty in an uncertain world. You say, girls, show off your curves because it makes you more beautiful. But you also say hide it because it can cause the wrong man to fall. And like everyone, when the wrong man falls, he grabs onto anything, including her womanhood, dignity and treasure. Guys, you need to be financially well off. Whatever you have will never ever be enough. Dripped in designer and monthly holidays in the sun comes at the cost of stolen bank cards, myriads of drugs, knives and guns. Clean your brother's only 14 and already on the run, wondering if that light you're given will ever be shunned. How could it be shunned? You tell me to aspire high, then oppress me to social system. You tell me you have my back, I just have to rely on the justice system. But you rely on word of mouth rather than facts. Where's the wisdom? Now the only time I can face you is when drugs have filled my system. Then when drugs fill my system, we make what you call poor decisions, attempted actions with bad precision, heresy and pretense of religion, dogmas all based on your opinion. I could go on about how much you've taken away from me. How many lies you've actually tricked me to believe. How your judgmental ways make it hard for me to succeed. How you only see some life as important when they start to bleed. But I'm done. I've made the active decision to overcome. I'm more than you say I am, and I'm more than you say I will be. Through Christ, I've been able to see that none can love except forgive the way he does for me. One sin against you makes me an unforgivable disgrace to humanity. But God says each day he's already forgiven me 7 times 70. Is that not enough? How could you make me think I wasn't enough? How could you make me think I wasn't deserving? You even made us forget that we were kings and queens made so beautifully in his image. So why do I fear? Why do I shed tears? Because if I knew the power I possessed, I wouldn't want to be like the rest. But now I know. You need me and I don't need you. Let me say it again. You need me and I don't need you. So the last 2 things I take away from you. 1, don't waste your breath on something that isn't willing to change. 2, don't gamble your life in an uncertain outcome. Life is not a game. But besides that, I choose happiness. I choose difference. I choose to be unique. I choose peace. And I choose me. So dear society, or should I say, dear me, because I make society and you will no longer make me. Hi guys. So I decided to write this because, as we all are aware, lockdown is finally being lifted. But I don't want us to lose sight of what we have learned during this lockdown. You learn a lot about yourself, what you can and can't do. You also learn that the world doesn't stop the minute you stop trying to be perfect. You had peace and you were forced to be comfortable in your baggy clothes, your boxes with holes, your no eyelashes, no nails, no wigs, no trims. You learned to be comfortable as you. Don't lose sight of that. It's okay to love the presence of others, but what is not okay is to constantly strive to please them, because that's the mistake you made the first time and that's why you felt the negative feelings you felt. But this time, you're not going to make the same mistake. You come first, your needs comes first. You aim to only please yourself. And if you think you can't do that, then aim to please God. He's less demanding than we are on ourselves and each other. We ask for perfection, he doesn't. He doesn't want perfect, he just wants you to try. Whatever the outcome, he's happy because you have tried. His perfection is made perfect in our imperfection. So do it for him. He's the only one that doesn't ask you to be anything other than who you are and who he called you to be. But we think he does because we let all the background noise cloud his voice. The cycle of growing mental health is one that needs to be broken, and that starts from self-acceptance and love. If we have accepted and are okay with who we are, then the voices won't have a way of getting through to us. Self-love is so important. You are so important. The media is a facade. It's all editing, illusions, it's fake. You are the real deal, so shine your light. We're screaming that we're individuals, but the truth is, as long as society reigns over us, we're on. So, as you are entering back into reality, please remember to be the you that you are in your most comfortable state, in your most free state, in your genuinely happy state. So guys, I wanted to elaborate on that a bit more. Mental health is one that is growing constantly. It's the biggest silent killer in our generation, and in world today, a lot of people suffer from a lot of mental health. And from observations and research, media plays a massive factor into this. There is this uncanny desire to please society, and the truth is you are constantly striving to please something that you can't please. You can never please society because society is forever changing. How can you try and please something that doesn't stay certain? It doesn't make sense, and it will never happen. I know it happens unconsciously, but you have to make the active decision that you're not going to be like that. You have to change. You have to break the cycle. We allow society to get like this, so we are the one that's going to have to change society. Society is made up of us. We are the people. We make society. If there's nobody in society, society will not run. So we need to change it. We need to decide to be happy with ourselves. Learn that we are perfect the way we are. All those pictures you see, all those Instagram models that you see that you aspire to be, you will never be them. You will never be them. You are beautiful, and someone is always going to be envious of you. You don't understand that you have a gift that somebody, if not everybody, wants. So why try and hide that gift to pick up somebody else's gift? No. Otherwise, what makes you different? You are no different from A and Z. You are no different. You need to be the star that God has called you to be. The light that God has given you needs to be shone, and you need to start to make this difference. We're entering back into society. Lockdown has been for 3 months, and I genuinely believe that God did this for a big reason. He wants a big shift. He needed a lot of us to redirect, refocus. They said this year, 2020, is a year of 2020 vision. We need to redirect our eyes on the prize. We need to narrow, tunnel vision. We need to look straight ahead. Don't look left, don't look right, because they are not our concern. And the road to heaven is very narrow. So ask yourself, do you want to be on that narrow road, or do you want to be on a wider road and take the easy route, which means that you are into damnation? Honestly, it's a work in progress. There's no perfection. It's not easy to live as you are, but you need to remember as well that God has given you this life because you're strong enough to live it. Nobody else can live your life, and nobody else can live your story. So be proud of who you are and your story, because that's what makes you you, and that's what makes you who you are. All these things that society try and say that aren't cute, tall girls aren't nice, or there's dark skin but too dark isn't nice, you're not making sense. It's so much contradiction. It doesn't make sense. Honestly, there's no point listening to it. Boys, please, I don't want to be stereotypical, but this whole thing that you guys all feel like you have to have this urge to get money, whatever means. No, live within your means. The right girl will be out there for you. They're not there for the money. We can just see the grind. We respect the process, and we are waiting. But it's better than you ending up in prison or you ending up dead. Like, this year has made us cherish life so much. We have lost so much people so far. This 2020 is the most deaths I've ever heard of. Like, it's crazy. So cherish your life. Live this life each day, that if you had to die today, you know you lived a good life. You live with no regrets, and you know that, you know what, God will be happy with me, or I would be happy with me. When I'm telling the story to my kids in the future, they would look at me as someone to be proud of. So yeah guys, that's why I wanted to make that. I just wanted to bring that out there just before lockdown is fully lifted. We're almost there, so this was the perfect timing, and I do hope you take this on board and share it with other people, because we need to start this change together. And if someone doesn't tell you, I'll be the one to tell you, you are beautiful, you are perfect, you are fine the way you are. No one else can be you, and that's what makes you so incredible. So incredible. Whatever color you are, whatever size you are, whatever height you are beautiful, and you are made with no mistakes. God doesn't make no mistakes. God's the king artist. Don't get it twisted. So please just remain strong, remain you. It's not easy, it's a work in progress. Each day we try and find ourselves, but just Don't lose yourself in the process. Always remember to redirect yourself. Redirect. If you come off track, it happens to the best of us. We do lose focus sometimes, but always make sure you can catch yourself.